question's most beneficial movements to help sumo deadlift. We mainly use deadlift variants actually. And one is a sumo stiff-legged deadlift, where the key is you want to be out as wide as you can. Keep your legs straight, you want the bar tight against your shins. And then you want to deadlift, get your head up, try to arch. And you want to drag the bar straight up your legs. We use that. We do sets of like 3 to 5 reps. We kind of work up and either do like 3 sets of 3 or 5 heavy, or if you feel pretty good, just keep going up to like a really heavy set of 5 and try to keep making progress on that. The other one I think helps if you have problems near the top of a sumo deadlift is conventional stiff-leggeds. The key to a conventional stiff-legged is to push your butt back as much as possible, and same deal.
I just walked right into that.
The key is to push your butt back though, and that'll really help engage your hamstrings more. This question is on how wide you put your feet when you sumo deadlift. I remember, it was a long time ago, I read an article on this, and the way it explained it was, basically you wanted to be able to have your knee over your ankle, so however wide you can get and still have your knee get to over your ankle, that's how wide you want to be. Some people do go wider. I definitely recommend you experiment, but I would say that's a good starting point, as long as you can get your knee over your ankle. Alright, Bill's demonstrating the GHR. We have a question on, is it okay to use momentum? Bill, you want to demonstrate momentum?
Yeah.
Like kind of overswinging, what you're doing there is you're using your lower back to generate momentum because your hamstrings aren't strong enough to initiate the movement. I don't think that's good. What we do for people like Smur, when he started he couldn't even do 1 GHR. We hook a band to the back plate.
Less than a boil, but...
Well, we hook a band, we hook it there, and then we hook the band to his belt. So what that does is the band stretches as he comes down, and it supports him at the bottom. And then as he comes up, he started out, he had to use a purple band for assistance, and then he moved to a Monster Mini, and now he only needs a mini band for assistance. So it is working and he is getting stronger with it. Or if you're really strong, you hook the band at the bottom and lift against the band. If Bill can demonstrate that. But the reverse band is a great way for a beginner that's not strong enough to do a GHR correctly to learn the movement.
Yeah.
We have a question about the wild pulls when you deadlift against the bands at the front and bottom of the rack. How do you implement that in your training? We typically use it as an accessory. We usually do sets of either 3 to 5 reps and work up to a heavy set of 3 or a heavy set of 5. We usually do it after like a heavy squat day, typically, because when we squat heavy, we'll usually do a deadlift accessory like triples or sets of 5. Okay, Bill's demonstrating bench setup. The question is, the person can only stay up on their traps when they take the bar out of the rack, and then as they bring the bar down, they don't stay on their traps. The key to that is leg drive, because if you're leg driving, you're going to stay up on your traps. The key is, if you watch what Bill's doing here, he's going to drive through his heels. Driving through the heels is going to push you back up onto your traps more. If you relax your leg drive, you flatten out like that, now you're not on your traps anymore. So the key is you want to keep constant leg drive, and that will keep you up on your traps when you bench.
One thing that I do is to keep from moving too much and to keep from having my butt come up is push into the toe pit of your shoe when you set up to get your weight forward like that, and then in the lift push back on your heel. That keeps your foot stable. It also keeps your butt down.